Good morning. Hey, how are you? Welcome to JT in the Raw. JT in the Raw, where I chew the thin on business. Every week, I'm going to do my best to help you lead, manage, and run your business more effectively and more efficiently. Sure, my focus is the fitness industry, but any business will benefit from JT in the Raw. And this week, anybody in business is going to benefit from JT in the Raw. Anybody at all is going to benefit from this show. It's a dead set ripper. Which for those from overseas means it's a really good show. Dead set ripper translates to really good show. Okay, so this week I'm going to share with you the number one strategy to make you the best leader, the best entrepreneur, the best parent, and the best lover, and the best person. The number one strategy. I'm going to share that with you. It will amaze you. It will be awesome. You will love it. And it's easy to do. Number one strategy. Most common strategy across all successful parents, leaders, lovers, and peeps. Okay. Plus this week, I'm going to get input from you. This week, I'm going to be asking you for some help. This week, I'm going to be asking you to be involved in the show. So you're going to have to do some thinking and sharing in this week's show. I've never done this before, but I'm turning the show over to you guys to help. I promise it won't hurt. It won't be hard, but I also guarantee it will help your business when I turn it over to you. I've got a couple of shout outs, and of course at the end of the show I've got my quote of the week. I think you might pick up what that quote of the week is about halfway through, but it's going to rock your world. So let's get on with today's show. Let's cut the I nearly said BS. Like, this is raw. Let's cut the bullshit. Let's get to this number one strategy for you. Are you ready? I'm not going to hold off any longer. I'm not going to make you curious. I'm not going to make you sit on the edge of the seat. I'm going to tell you your number one strategy to being a better leader, to being a better entrepreneur, to being a better model for your kids, to being a better lover, to being a better parent is reading. Reading. Morning, everybody from across the globe. So far, I've got some people from New Zealand, Angus, Hans from Europe, and we've got Eugene and a couple of others from Australia. Okay, yes. The number one strategy that most successful people have across the planet is that they read. I've just finished about 3 round tables. I've got one more to go. And the most common link between each of the successes of the round table members is they all read. They're regular readers. And in fact, this week in the Fitness Business Podcast, they interviewed Luke Carlson. Luke's going to be speaking at URSA, and he is speaking at Philex as well for those in the fitness industry. He says this. How about this? He says, I read for 30 minutes Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, he reads. I know Matty Fletcher's watching today, and Matty Fletcher gets up early in the morning and he starts his day with some reading. Luke Carlson then on Saturday reads for 3 hours. 2 hours with a leadership book and 1 hour on the latest research around science of exercise. Phenomenal. So if you haven't listened to the Fitness Business Podcast, get onto this week's show. As I said, it's a ripper. And listen to what Luke says about reading and how important it is to our business and the growth of us personally, as well as our teams. So just pop in the comments below, FBP, and I'll send you the link to Luke's show, and you can have a listen to what he says about reading. So, the most successful people on the planet read. The most successful people on the planet read. In fact, on the Fitness Business Podcast, Chantel asks every guest what are their top 3 apps or rituals or habits that they have in order to be great leaders, in order to really progress. And nearly every single one of them says that they read. Now, they read fact books, they read fiction books, they read leadership books, they read marketing books, they read all sorts of books, but they read. Morning, Jace Lawrence, how are you? Morning, Tanya Allen, how you going? Okay, now, what we've actually put together on the Fitness Business Podcast, you can download an ebook there for free, it's absolutely free, that contains all the books that are recommended by the guests of the Fitness Business Podcast. You can download that. So if you want to know what that book list is, again, put FBP in the comments and I'll send you a link to be able to grab that download. So now I got a client who's not a big reader. She says she hates reading. She hates reading. Okay, and I get that some people hate reading. I get some people are slow readers, and I get some people are poor readers. I understand that. But that's no excuse. We've got to be a good reader, but if we don't want to read, then let's listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks! Grab some headphones, go to audiobooks, and start downloading them and listening to them. If you don't want to read, that's fine. But if we're going to feed what we want to do in our life, we got to read. If we can't read, we got to listen. So grab those audiobooks and learn from some experts. When you read, you feed your intelligence and your soul. When you read, you feed your intelligence and your soul. Okay, so now here's where the show is different to what we've done. We've done 34 shows. This is the 34th show. Never been done before. Here's where it gets different. I'm going to turn the show over to you. I want you to put in the comments below. What is your favourite book? What is the favourite book you've read? It could be a fact book, it could be a fiction book, it could be a leadership book, it could be a marketing book, it could be a management book. I don't care what it is. Put down the bottom in the comments your favourite book. It's not a book that we should read, it's a book we must read. Not should, must read. So think of all the books you've read and put them in the comments below. Go, 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 go. If you're watching the replay of this later today, or you're watching the replay in a few days' time, doesn't mean you don't do this. Put them in the comments below. Put them in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, then put it in the comments in YouTube. I will transfer that across to this feed on Facebook, so everybody will see what book you put. If you're watching it on activemanagement.com.au, then put it in the comments below there and I'll transfer it across to this feed for you. Thanks Angus Campbell, Love Marks. Thanks Simone Richards, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Keep putting them in there, guys. Put those books in there. Because here's what I reckon. Mindset. How can you fulfill your potential? Thanks Elisa. On average, JTInTheRaw every week is watched 500 times. On average, 500 times. Which makes me very happy, and thank you for everybody that shares the show. If everybody who watches this show puts a book in the comments below, we'll get 500 must-read books to make us better leaders, better entrepreneurs, better people, better lovers, and better parents. 500 of them. Now, some books might double up, so therefore we'll be able to work out a hierarchy of which are the best books to read and where we should start. So go, put your books in the comments below. Let's make a profound list of really powerful books. Eugene, great book, one of my favourites too. Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, now remember, if you put a comment in the below of your favourite book that is a must read, then you'll get a notification when someone else puts a book in there. So let's get those books in there. Let's get this list up so that we can really grow our professional library, whether you're going to listen to the books or read the books. Okay. Second point that I'd like to make, and I'd challenge you on, is tell me about your reading habits. What is your reading habits? Put that in the comments below. Do you read every day? Do you read on a weekend? Do you read before you go to bed? Just give some tips to people on how you fit reading into your schedule. Do you not schedule at all? Do you just pick it up and read it? Do you turn off the TV at night and you read at 8:30 for half an hour while reality TV is on and polluting your soul, many would say. Others would say it's pure light entertainment. So I want to hear from you as well. Tell me about your reading habits. What are your reading habits? Okay, for those that are just tuning in, Chantel, Darren, etc., Greg Porter, I've just asked everybody to put in the comments below a must-read book. Don't care what genre the book is. Brett McPherson, Purple Cow from Seth Godin. Great book. Thanks, Brett, for sharing. Put your comments in below of the best book that you think is a must-read. Shout-outs. I got 3 shout-outs this week. The first one is a somber shout-out. A somber shout-out. And that shout-out goes to Dan Vickerman's family and all my friends and colleagues in the rugby world. Last week we were rocked by Dan Vickerman and him being hit by the black dog. It's very sad, very sad. So I guess I'm appealing to everybody that's watching today to reach out to somebody, and just ask them if they're okay, make sure they're doing good. I've reached out to a couple of the rugby guys that I know who knew Dan, and they were really appreciative of just, somebody just saying, if you want to talk, I'm here. We don't know what's going on in people's lives. We watch Facebook and it's merely a still shot of what's happening in their life. It's not the full feature film. So I ask you, I beg you, I implore you to reach out to people, and Dan Vickerman and family, Dan Vickerman's family and rugby family and fraternity. I'm thinking of you over the next few weeks. Morning, Matty Fletcher. Chantel must read is Hug Your Haters by Jay Bear. Thank you. Shout out number 2. This one is to the active management members that are watching. We have a virtual roundtable. Today is the last day, and I know Eugene's on today. Eugene has been a virtual roundtable on the Facebook active management page, and that's where virtual roundtable is a fancy name for a Q&A. A Q&A to ask an expert, our ninja in video marketing. Eugene's on there. He's there to answer your questions. He's putting up some great education pieces. Thank you, Eugene, for doing that. It's been fantastic. But if you've got questions about video marketing and you're an active management member, get on the Facebook page and start asking questions to Eugene. He's there to help you. I think today's the last day of that. If you're not a member, just put active in the comments below and I'll send you the link to become a member, and then you can get in the Facebook feed. Then you can ask the question to Eugene, etc., etc., etc. My third shout out, my final shout out today goes to 4 of my roundtables. I've got one more to go. I really want to thank you guys as roundtable members for participating in the vision summary. I know every person on the roundtable values you as a member, and I value you as a member, and I just want to reach out publicly and say thank you for being part of the roundtable. I really appreciate you, and I know everybody else appreciates you being on the roundtable. Okay, Jason Lawrence has come up with It's Called Work for a Reason by Larry Winget. Okay, what are we up to? We must be up to about 6 books already. What's happening this week? Well, I'm pumped. I've got 3 really powerful things that are happening this week that is just exciting me no end. First one is we are rebuilding the active management website. activemgmt.com.au is being rebuilt. Alicia's onto that and can't wait to see what she comes up with. Second thing is I am powering away at developing my URSA presentation. So I'll be speaking at URSA in 2 weeks. So I'm writing that powerfully, going crazy with it actually. And next week on JTInTheRaw show 35, I'm going to share with you consumer trends. I'm going to share with you, give you a snapshot of what I'm going to be speaking at this conference, which is about what are consumers looking for in brands. What are they looking for in the businesses they deal with? You're going to love it. So jump on next week to show 35, same bat time, same bat place. Hi, Amanda Stevens. How are you going? Oh, Matty Fletcher's book is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Thanks so much, Matt. We're building those books. Thirdly, I'm off to Port Hedland, which is in northwestern Australia next week, where I'm going to be working with the Life and Soul team on their culture and doing a whole leadership program with their managers. Can't wait. Never been to Port Hedland. Looking forward to heading over to that part of Western Australia. So it's a big week. Okay, quote of the week. Did you get the hint halfway through the show? Did you get the hint halfway through the show what the quote might be? Here it is. Reading feeds your intelligence and your soul. Reading feeds your intelligence and your soul. That's quote of the week. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks, Amanda Stevens, for that beautiful compliment. I'm trying to look good. I keep my hair short, Amanda. You can't see the greys. Okay, remember, our goal this week is to get to 500 must-read business books. Amanda, you can plug your own book right now in the comments below. You can plug your own book. Put it in the comments below if you reckon it is a must-read. Our goal is 500 must-read business books, personal development books, marketing books, leadership books. So please put your comment in below so that we can build this list of the best books we need to read. Not need to read, must read, in order to make us better leaders, better parents, better people, and better lovers. Morning, Stuart Kelly. How you going up there in Newey? Okay, that's the end of the show. If you think anyone would get benefit from this, if you think anybody needs to build their professional library, tag them in the comments below so that they'll get a notification whenever a new book is put in on our list. Start putting them in. Go, 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 go. Same time next week, show 35, and I'm going to share with you some consumer trends. In the meantime, enjoy the first week of Super Rugby. Looking forward to, must read, Turning Customers into Advocates. Get a free digital copy at ravingfans.com.au. Thanks, Amanda. Great plug. It's in there for you guys to check that one out. It sounds like a must read as well. I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm going to be coming from you from next week, Perth. I'll be in Perth on Friday morning next week. So have a great week. Have an awesome weekend. Thanks for tuning in to JT in the Raw. Put your must-read books in. Catch you later.